Now, about a week ago, I was reporting on um, apparently Dustin Byfuglien leaving for personal leave. Now, normally when somebody requests personal leave, it can be something like a death in the family, something along those lines. Apparently, with Dustin Byfuglien, what he's doing right now is he's contemplating whether or not he wants to play hockey. And there is no timetable for his return. He could be back tomorrow, skating around saying, I'm fine, I'm going to play this year. Or he could come out in a month and say, no. He has had issues with injuries over the years, and definitely when you play the game the way that Big Buff has, that'll take a toll. And so what's being reported first from Bob McKenzie, I believe, and now both TS and Sportsnet are reporting it, is that he is considering walking away from the game. He doesn't. He'd be leaving money on the table, but what was reported as well is that he's made it like $66 million in his career. So he doesn't really have a monetary need for playing further if he's invested well. And I say if he's invested well with no sarcasm intended. There are plenty of players who don't get taught how to do all the financial side of things. So, although I do believe that teams have financial people that work with them now, although I would imagine that may depend on the team. What I'm saying is, he probably doesn't need to play. And so if he decides to walk away at age 34, I can't say that I would have any issue with that. Now, where that leaves the Winnipeg Jets, without Byfuglien, their blue line is decimated, absolutely decimated. They were in a position where with the loss of Trouba, with the loss of guys like Myers and Sherratt, with that physicality gone off the blue line, if you lose Byfuglien as well, that's a blue line that I don't know gets you into the playoffs. And if the Connor and Line issues linger into the season, you got problems. It does free up cap space, but it's cap space that's going to get eaten up by somebody else, and it's going to be quite the season for it. Like at this point, if you're a Jets fan, you have to be thinking, what next? What could possibly and don't ask that question because then something else happens, and then you go, oh, I had to ask what could possibly make things worse. It's weird too because 12 months ago we were talking about how the Jets looked like they were on the verge of potentially becoming Stanley Cup champions, that they had finally taken that step in the playoffs, and now 12 months later, we're looking at a team that has lost some key players, and may very well be looking at losing another key player in Byfuglien. And Byfuglien's a player you can't make up for. I don't see how you can make up for him. So there you go. Dustin Byfuglien hasn't made that decision yet, but that's apparently what one of the things. Maybe that's not the only reason he wanted a personal leave, but that is the reason that right now is publicly known, is that he's weighing his future and whether or not he wants to be an NHLer going forward. So, hopefully Byfuglien makes the right decision for him. Doesn't feel pressure from anybody else to make any other decision other than the one that works for him, for his family, and for his sanity, and potentially for his long-term health as well. Because when you play the game this way, you're going to have nagging injuries that start to really pile up. So let me know your thoughts in the comment section below as always. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe if you're browsing your way through, you just happen upon this video. Thank you guys so much for watching, for all your support, and I'll talk to you again soon.